Just how frustrated are you with how the game went tonight?
It's frustrating. We had an opportunity, to finish this homestand strong and going to the road 10-6 and feeling good about ourselves. And we didn't take advantage of that opportunity. I thought we came out a little bit loose. Our communication wasn't really sharp, and we made a lot of mistakes that we haven't made in a while. Even in games that we didn't play well. Prior to this one, we didn't make the kind of mistakes that we made tonight. Communication, knowing personnel, playing the scouting report, all of those things. And then just doing the work. We were letting guys penetrate with little to no resistance. We weren't helping each other as much. And, that was pretty much mostly the first half. And, the second half, we picked it up. And, we obviously, like you guys saw, we made a game of it and we gave ourselves a chance. But we don't have the luxury to wait around and try to just turn it on when we want to turn it on, especially dealing with all the injuries that we're dealing with. And, even when we're a healthy team, that's not who we are. We can't turn it on and off. So, we played better in the second half, but it just wasn't a good enough effort to win an NBA game.
You said yesterday that the new defensive schemes kind of force you guys to communicate a little bit more. Is there also a learning curve as you figure out which defenses work most effectively?
It's not going to be perfect. Last night was a really good night for us, in some of our new defensive schemes. I think it helps that we shot the ball really well last night. When you shoot the ball well, you're feeling good about yourself. You got a little more of a bounce to your step. And that's kind of the issue for us. When the ball's not going in, we don't have that same bounce. And, regardless of that, we got to be able to hang our hat on our communication and our effort and energy on the defensive end of the floor. And we saw the change in that when we did it in the second half. In that third quarter when we made that change, that's when the game kind of started to go into our favor. But being able to sustain it is a completely separate thing from just doing it. And we didn't sustain it for long enough to win the game.
Next question is coming from Aaron Fentress with the Oregonian.
David, you mentioned yesterday how you had spent a lot of time at the hospital when your twins were born and maybe didn't sleep as well as normal and got back-to-backs. Did that impact you at all tonight? I'm not trying to look for an excuse from you, but did you start to feel it at all? Because you seemed a little less energetic than maybe you were yesterday.
I would assume so. It wasn't on my mind. I wasn't out there thinking about it like, oh, I'm so tired. I said yesterday, it was a long week before the game yesterday, and I felt fine. Before the game today, I felt fine. After I tested this morning, I had some things that I had to take care of with my family, bringing the kids home and just kind of, setting things up at home. So, other than that, my mind wasn't on, I'm tired or I had a lot of shit to do or whatever. I just kind of handle my business. I showed up here to win a game. And our team just didn't perform well enough to win it. It happens that way sometimes. It's frustrating. But we play, 82 games, typically 72 this year. And, we got a long way to go, as far as our growth and as far as getting to the finish line. So we got to watch film. We got to get better. Nobody's going to feel sorry for us, and we're not going to make no excuses. We're just going to keep on pushing forward.
And also Anthony built upon last night with an even better game tonight. Is this the guy you guys have been telling us about all the time behind the scenes and how he practice?
Yeah. It's a reason why we have a lot of faith in Ant and why we speak so highly of him. And as a young guy, he didn't play in college. It's a learning curve. You need to experience, you need to feel good about yourself, and you also got to have that opportunity. And I think he's shown signs, all along. Sometimes he's gotten into the games in the past and had, big games and hit big shots. But I think right now, it being his third year, we down. Tonight we was down, I don't know, 4 or 5 guys, if you include Zach and Nurk and CJ and Hoodie and Rocco. So it was a lot of minutes and a lot of opportunity, and we needed it from him. And, I think he knew that, and he had a good night last night, and that kind of bled over into tonight as far as his confidence and how aggressive he was. But this is definitely, who we think he can be. He can come in and score the ball. He can get the spots on the floor. He can, make plays and all that. So it's good to see him, put back-to-back games together like that.
Thanks.
Next question is coming from Jamie Hudson with NBC Sports Northwest.
Hey, Dame, with Derek Jones Jr. playing through that quad contusion for a little bit, and what does that say about him? Because you guys were already shorthanded, that he was trying to play through that.
I mean, that's what we expect. We got to do what we got to do for each other, and obviously he had to, tough it out. We already enough guys down, and he's a big part of our team, so we needed that from him, and that's what it's going to take. We got a lot of guys banged up, and dealing with little nagging injuries, including myself. But we got to push through. We've always been that team that pushed through. We don't make excuses. We built tough, and sometimes that's how it goes. You get a little bruise here, a little bump here, and you play through it. If it's something that's obviously not smart to play through, and you gotta sit down or you can't go, then obviously that's what you do. But when it's the little tweaks and bumps and bruises, those are the things that we gotta. For the team, sometimes you got to suck it up and play. And I thought that's what he had to do tonight.
All right. Thanks, Dame.